What's going up, everybody? It's the Carnage Gaming here today again, bringing you guys another video on PC build. Today, this PC build is going to come out about around 700 bucks. I have to check. Our budget was 700 bucks, and if you did watch my last video, this last video was on a $400 gaming PC that I'm currently building that should be pretty freaking good. However, today I decided to up the price to around 700. So if you're looking at the points that I have here now, you can definitely tell that I definitely went bigger and better. On my other video, I chose mostly AMD because usually when you go on a budget build, you like to go AMD because they're good for their price. And Intel is the way to go if you want to spend a little bit more and get a little bit better. So today I chose the CPU. I chose an Intel Core i5 4690K quad core coming out at 3.5 gigahertz. I'm not 100% sure. I have to check. I think it's almost positive it's almost overclockable. If it's not, please correct me in the comments. I definitely thought that this was a good processor for the price. I guess you could say Intel, in my opinion, is a little bit pricey, but they definitely have some really good processors. I didn't choose an i7 because I don't think an i7 is necessary. To be honest with you, with any build, unless you're looking to render videos at like massive amounts of speeds, which also you can go with an Xeon, but not in this build. The socket's an LGA 1150, which is perfect for the motherboard. I think I picked up the right motherboard. I'm almost positive. I didn't exactly check. It is an AM3 Plus, so I'm almost positive it should fit. Moving on to our next thing. In my last video, I did choose a Hyper 12 Evo, and I'm going to go ahead and choose it for this video too, just because of it's a truly amazing CPU. I love it so much. I probably would put it for most CPU coolers, unless I'm going to go with liquid cooling if I decide to do a $1,000 gaming PC. But this isn't the way I'm going to go. I'm going to go with the Cooler Master Hyper 12 Evo. If you watched my last video, you should definitely know what I talked about it, so I'm not really going to go over it. I'm hoping that you did. For the motherboard, I chose a Gigabyte GA-HA1. It's an ATX and it's an LG A1150, which definitely matches with our CPU. This one comes out at around 73 bucks on Newegg. I'm not sure if they have it on Amazon. I've never checked, but I like to order my stuff from Amazon because it's a lot cheaper, and if you have Amazon Prime, you can just sign up for the trial and you get free 2-day shipping or 1-day shipping. I can't remember. It is DDR3 compatible, so we definitely went with DDR3 RAM. I think we went with 16 gigs of RAM, which is more than enough because we did, because the max memory is 16 gigs. Most games nowadays only really require 4 gigs of RAM, so I decided to go with 16 just in case if you guys wanted to upgrade to more RAM. You can add another 2 sticks if you want, or no, I'm sorry, you can add another stick. Onto our next item. I went with the Kingston Black 8GB 2604 gig DDR3 1600 memory, which comes out at 80 bucks, which isn't too bad. I'm almost positive you can definitely find it for cheaper somewhere. I'm just on PC Power Picker because this helps me put together my build. This Kingston I have good experience with because my friend, I'm not gonna say names, but my friend's uncle runs a doesn't run, but he works for a company, and he has a lot of Kingston HyperX in most of his computers at his house. And I tell you right now, it's really good. It's really good. It's DDR3 1600 megahertz. It's really good for the really good RAM, especially for the price. I was gonna go with blue, but I couldn't find blue that I actually liked. Onto my video card, you see my last video, I went with the 7050 Ti. Considering the fact that I went high on the I went with a lot of money on the processor, set me back a little bit on the graphics card, but however, the graphics card is enough to handle the CPU, and that's another thing if you guys are beginners. If you do build a PC, you don't want to buy a $500 CPU and then only buy like a $100 graphics card. It's not how it works. It's gotta even out somewhat. It's a little bit close in price, but it's super clocked. So I mean, it'll if I do want to overclock the CPU, it'll definitely catch up and overclock because I can't overclock the graphics card. I chose for the case a Thermaltake Commander MSI. This case I actually have in my room at this very moment because this is, if you watched our last video, I am going to all the stuff that's in that video is going into this case that I have right now, and it fits perfectly, and I know that for a fact. You guys may be wondering, wait a second, what's the storage at? If you watched my last video, I keep saying watch my last video, but if you did watch my last video, I don't feel like explaining it all, but I chose to not buy one because you don't need to. You can just keep your hard drive, you can keep your Windows is already on it, and you can keep all your games that's already on it. Boom, that's gone. That's out the window. Plus, you keep Windows, you keep your Windows, so that's money saved right there. Because if you think about it, if I would have chose storage and then got an operating system, that would have came out to around $800 easy. The base total says $730, but it says total 66. So I don't know what that's about. But for the power supply, I went with the Corsair CX 430 watt, 80 plus bronze certified. It's only $40, which is it's 80 plus bronze, and it's more than enough for what we need. Surprisingly, coming out at 238 watts out of all of this, which that's good. Especially when it's a power supply. If I really wanted to, I could have went with the 330 watt power supply if I wanted to, or even a 300 and would have spent less. But I went with the 430 just in case if I decided to upgrade my CPU or if I wanted to upgrade something else on my computer, which is always good. When you're building a PC, always think about. Don't think about. Hold on, let me move this. Never mind. Always think about the future, I guess you could say. Because if you buy a PC that you can't upgrade anything in, you're fucked, because then you're gonna have to buy all new parts. Whereas with this motherboard, if I wanted to, I could probably upgrade to an i7 that has the same socket and everything. However, I'm not going to do that because I think it's foolish. But just think about the future. Like when you want to build a computer, make sure you're gonna be able to upgrade it. Because if you're not gonna be able to upgrade it, you're fucked, man. You're gonna have to buy a whole new computer. Not a whole new computer, but you're probably gonna have to change your motherboard or upgrade your motherboard for that, in fact, which is another $80 that you don't want to spend when you can just, buy a motherboard now and then upgrade it later. So, I hope this video helps you guys. I really think that this is a good computer for the price. I did have somebody comment on one of my other videos. I'll probably link his YouTube channel in the description. I watched some of his videos. Kind of gave me a little bit more advice because he did mention in one of the comments that I should have went with the R9 280 instead of the 750 Ti, but it's $100 more. But it would have, if you do watch this video, it did go over the budget. However, if I were to spend a little bit more, I would definitely go with that graphics card because it is a really good graphics card. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and peace out.